Good afternoon. Welcome inside Raiders Press Conference Live, presented by Intermountain Healthcare. Kevin Bollinger alongside former Raider great Eric Allen, coming off another impressive performance by the Raiders on Sunday, a 33-22 win against the Eagles in EA. They looked great in all three phases once again.
They sure did for the most part of the game. You know, they got some ugly scores late, the Eagles did, but for the most part, this football team really played at a high level on all three phases of the game. You love the fact that Derek Carr's continuing to elevate his game, playing at an MVP level. And then what about that front four? Those two outside rushers dominating right now. Best two rushers in all of football right now. So we have a couple things we're going to do each and every week we go to the season. We're going to play great at the quarterback position, and we're going to get after the opposing team's quarterback with our great edge rushers.
It seems like Yannick Ngakoue was everywhere yesterday. That guy logged some steps. He was going after it.
Yeah, Kevin, finally healthy. I think he's been healthy for the last 2 weeks. You've seen his performance. He's put tremendous pressure on the quarterback, having sacks in back-to-back games. He's putting great competition into the defensive line room. You love the energy. You love the effortlessness of how they get after the quarterback. You know, it's kind of like so easy. They're back there in a matter of seconds. So great job by Yannick Ngakoue and Crosby kind of leading that front.
Well, we're waiting for interim head coach Rich Bisaccia to step up and do his Monday news conference. We're going to take a short break. We're going to come back and hear what Coach Bisaccia has to say. That's next as Raiders Press Conference Live rolls on.
This program has been presented by Coors Light, an official beer of Raider Nation, made to chill. Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, nonstop flights. Book now, only at Allegiant.com.
Lots to hear about on this Monday news conference as the Raiders have now won 2 straight. We're going to hear about some injury updates and what the Raiders' plan are as they move into the bye. So here is Raiders interim head coach Rich Bisaccia.
Today, please. Broke one of my hearing aids, so showered with them. It's a problem. You want me to start? Well, we have time. We're good. All right. I'll just give you a few notes, and maybe that'll help as we get going into the questions. Just first of all, for us, it all starts with the ball. You know, we ended up +1 in the turnover margin. Certainly overcame the interception, which Derek rarely throws, and then we had the 2 on defense. Certainly one critical one in the red zone, gave us a chance to stop them from getting any points. And then right before the half, got the ball to +30, gave us a chance to get points again before the half 2 weeks in a row. Explosive plays on offense started with Zay Jones on the sideline. Obviously the big catch that Foster had for the touchdown going in there. And then the combination of Josh and Kenyon getting going as a 1-2 punch, we thought was really effective for us in the game. The other explosive play that was big in the fourth quarter, the 29-yard play to Alec Ingold kind of got us out of backed up a little bit and gave us really good field position to kind of finish out the fourth quarter. The offensive line protecting Derek, no sacks, 31 of 34. And then also the offensive line allowing us to get the run game going with some efficiency we thought was helpful for us in the game. And then towards the end on offense, how Derek and Coach Olson managed the clock in the fourth quarter was really beneficial to us. Preventing explosive plays on defense. Again, I talked about the 2 critical turnovers, what they gave us there, and then pressure on the quarterback all day. Started with Yannick and certainly the rest of the front 7 guys, the way that Max keeps coming. I think there was maybe double-digit hits on the quarterback, and that was the guy we knew, we had to keep in the well, try to keep in the pocket. He's an effective player, extends third down, extends plays all the time. I think Yannick ended up with 2 sacks, 2 PBUs. He was hard to block all day. And I thought we really tackled well in space. Coach Bradley thought that was going to be a big concern coming in. Thought our defensive backs did a heck of a job with that, as well as our linebackers. We gave up the drive, to start the game. It wasn't a very good kickoff. We didn't get the depth that we wanted on the kick, and I thought we gave them field position that was really uncomfortable for us. And then we'll talk about and work at over time, how we can get better on that first drive. So, but other than that, we're favorable field position a little bit. Certainly from our defense from the turnovers was big. And then explosive play, Alec Ingold starting the second half with getting up the hot kick and now putting the ball at the 50 again. As we got going, the rest of the formula for us is getting into the fourth quarter, having a chance to win the fourth quarter. We traded touchdowns for field goals a little bit, but we were playing from ahead. Thought our defense did a good job, again, of tackling in space, making them use a bunch of their clock, making them use their timeouts. And then the big field goal by Daniel after we missed a PAT it puts us back up 3 scores. It was big in the fourth quarter for us. And then Foster going out there, we did not get the onside kick a week ago. Foster went out there and got the onside kick this week. Again, we chewed a lot of clock, punted the ball down to the 8, and I think there was 2 minutes, 6 seconds to go when we put the defense back out there from the 8-yard line. And then that's when you saw the rush and cover connect, and then Yannick getting a big sack at the end and closing it out for us. Field possession-wise, position-wise for us in the game, the turnovers were critical, as I've alluded to earlier. And then the big punt return after they got the penalties, got backed up a little bit. They had the punt, and Hunter gets a 15-yard punt return to the 50. We turned that into points as well. Really well done on field position. I talked about Alec, the play to start the second half, which, again, second half drive, 2 weeks in a row, ends up in points. And then, certainly the one bad field position we had with the ball being fair caught on the 4-yard line, that's a 6-minute, 96-yard drive, took up 10 plays. Certainly was big for us in the game for our offense to be able to do that. And then we had no pre-snap penalties for the first time in a long time in the game. That was good for us. We need to clean up some of those judgment penalties. They're a little bit aggressive on our part. I think we can do a good job of cleaning those up. And I'll answer any questions that you may have.
Rich, going back to Alec's onside kick recovery, how much of that can you practice it in your regular set? And how much are you aware of that possibility? It doesn't happen very often, but normally, like Foster's onside kick, you probably prepared for it and sent your hands team out there. But to start a second half, that probably isn't the case. How is it stressed in practice? Yeah,
actually, we work it every Friday, but, it actually was a little bit stressed. We were playing ahead, certainly coming out second half. We were going to get the ball. So, we talked about possibly that's one of the ways they could steal possession. So if you notice, Alec kind of moved a little bit towards his foot side a little, and just I think if the front line always feels like they're always going to kick the ball as a surprise kick, they won't be surprised when it comes. So it was just really well done by Alec.
Yesterday, Kenyon Drake said that before the season, you all had a team meeting focused on mental health. I'm not sure if you remember that meeting, but if you do, what do you remember about it? And in retrospect, how is that kind of focus on mental health and the man part of this as well as the football part help prepare you all as a team for what ended up happening this season? Well,
I think obviously we take mental health very serious around here, and we have great leaders in that department with certainly Max and certainly with Darren Waller and the things that he's done for our teammates and certainly for our organization. So I always give those guys, there's part of our meetings, like I've talked about before, they can come upstairs or we can have it in our meetings that we're in and just let them know that we're all available for them at any time. We can talk about everything from a lot of guys have kids, a lot of guys have things going on off the field. So when it's time to talk about football, we can deal with football. When it's time to talk about maybe some issues they may have or things they have, we're going to have a great support system for that. But the coaches as well, we are a part of that support system. A lot of us are older guys, and we've been through some issues, so we'd like to think that we could possibly have some wisdom to share with them. So.
Rich, you've only been a head coach for 2 weeks, but can you talk about Ron Miles? He's had a tremendous impact on this team and hasn't got a lot of attention. Can you talk about him, please?
Yeah, Ron's had a tremendous impact on me as well. Not only that, but he's a big sounding board for me, a guy I can go visit with. But also, the continuity he has with Gus and the rest of those guys on defense. And he's been through a lot of big games. He's been through a lot of difficult situations. And I think the man that Ron Miles is what's really coming across to the players in his room. He has a tremendous care for players. He has a tremendous care for the game of football and how it all fits. So I think he's approached his players as, hey guys, let's make sure we're all on the same page, but also you can come and talk to me, again, about issues you may have outside of football. When we're in the room about football, here's how I can help you become what you want to become as a player. So, again, the whole defensive staff, but, again, you asked about Ron in particular. He's also been a big help to me as well as being a sounding board, being able to go with him with some questions or problems I may have. So.
Do you have any update on, one that's about 3 players, Josh Jacobs, Darren Waller, and John Simpson?
Right now, Josh Jacobs ended up with a chest contusion, so he should be fine. We didn't think there was any issues with him today. He had a good workout today. Darren Waller is going to kind of be day-to-day with treatment. Other than that, there is no break or anything that we know of there. He's going to stay around all week and get treatment. And then John, right now, we're still in evaluation process with him, but he was walking around okay. We'll see how the next few days goes. He's going to stay here as well and get treatment this week.
Bye weeks can be a little bit tricky, and sometimes coming off them can almost set the tone for what happens the rest of the season after that. How much emphasis are you putting on that, and where do you draw on to maybe handle your first bye week as a head coach?
Yeah, I think, this team and coaching staff's been really grinding for a while. We had a big stretch before the opening game, and we kind of all worked through it. The players worked through it, and then we had the multiple Monday night games, and we had short weeks there. So I think the message for the bye week is for the players to get rest, be really smart, and run. I think what they do when they're alone is really going to show up the most when we come back together. They understand the schedule for when they come back next Monday and what it's going to look like when they start practice again on Wednesday. So we'll just see how it works for us, but we feel like we have a schedule in place that hopefully can be advantageous to us.
Coach, of course, Darren Waller obviously has a very big emphasis in the offense, but he was out yesterday and it seemed like everything just worked as efficiently as if he was playing. Would you say this is the deepest group of pass catchers that you have since you've been with the team?
Well, it's certainly a talented group, everyone from the receivers to the tight ends, and then obviously, what we've done with the running backs. Certainly Josh and Jalen had 2 big catches in the game, both over there on the boundary, which were tough catches and tough throws. And then, Kenyan's been a good receiver for us. So it is a talented catching group for us. And as far as, Darren being out, it happened kind of so late in the week that he ended up not being able to play for us. I just think it was, Foster's been in that role before, and just a couple more balls came his way. But I think they all understand that Derek is going to share the ball around according to what he sees from the defense. And it is a talented group, and hopefully we can just keep improving.
You've got some players on injured reserve that are going to be eligible to come off here pretty soon. Richie, Trayvon, Damon Arnett, any kind of updates on those guys?
The only thing I could say is we're shooting, for past the bye week. I don't think it'll be the game after the bye week. They're all on a little bit different schedule. So, but I think there is progress being made by all, and we'll see how that goes over the next, 3 to 5 weeks.
Rich, yesterday, Derek talked about how he had to remind himself to have fun when he's on the field, and he wrote himself a note and underlined it, just have fun. For you, are you having fun right now, and how would you describe?
Oh yeah, I'm having the time of my life. I mean, I've told those guys time and time again. I have 3 priorities in my life. I have my wife, I have my children, and I have the players. So that's the same thing when I was just doing special teams, and it hasn't changed here. And we end a lot of the meetings at the end, night before the game, is you just got to try to find a way to have more fun you've ever had before. And sometimes in this league, the only way to have fun is to win games. So that's part of it. There's a grind to practice, there's a grind to the meetings, there's a grind to the walkthrough. So I always encourage them to keep their self-talk good. There's enough people talking the other stuff. But, Derek is a guy that he's extremely focused, he's extremely in practice. He's extremely intense in practice. And so I understand that what he's trying to do for himself. But, again, the only way in this league to have fun is really you have to find ways to win games.
I know you focus in on the day-to-day more so than looking ahead.
Can you just say it a little louder, please?
So I know you focus more on the day-to-day than looking ahead or big picture stuff, but just kind of reflecting on the first half of this. I guess it's not technically half with the 18 or 17 game schedule now, but reflecting on before the bye week this season, what's been your evaluation of how the team?
Yeah, again, I just feel like we just put it to rest. To be honest with you, we just put the last game we played to rest, and we're going to talk about the rest that they're going to get. We're going to talk about their ability to keep getting themselves in supreme physical condition, and then when we come back, we'll be preparing all we can possibly for the New York Giants, and that's just really the lane we're going to stay in.
Is this a good time for the bye week to happen? I mean, you've had a lot to process the last couple weeks, but you have a ton of momentum going right now. So is it a good time for it?
This is the time they gave us for the bye week. So we're gonna do exactly what we need to do, get ourselves prepared for the next game going through the bye week.
You anticipate, I know it's a couple weeks away, but going back to New Jersey, family members, friends, MetLife?
Yeah, it's just, again, it's just part of the deal. I've been doing it now for a long time in the National Football League, so I don't really think much about it anymore. I know the hotel we stay in and understand the trip over to the stadium and understand what the wind conditions are going to be there. And, again, being in Dallas for a long time, playing them twice a year, it certainly was a big rivalry there. And for us, it's our next game, so it's next play, next day, and get prepared for them. So.
Unique mentioned to us yesterday about how him and Max Crosby push each other in practice, and you see it on the field as well. But what are you seeing from them in particular in practice?
Yeah, I mean, it's, again, they're the kind of group leaders on defense. It's a constant competition as to who gets there first in practice, who's first in line, what does their individual drill look like, what does their bag drill look like. It's nonstop from those two, and they are certainly the power of example, you know, of what it's supposed to look like. So they're defensive leaders for us, not only by the things that they say and the conversations they have with the other men on defense, but the way in which they carry themselves throughout the building, the time they come in, the time they spend, the time they leave, and then the way in which they attack practice. So it's been impressive. We hope that it continues. And each day, a couple guys are starting to do some of the things they're doing. And, you know, you can see the relationship not only do they have with the other players on defense. Look what Q's doing in there, Quentin is doing, and look what Solomon's doing in there. And then Clee's getting better. He had a big rush in the fourth quarter. So it's contagious right now. Their attitudes are contagious.
Do you expect to have conversations around the trade deadline and potentially make any moves?
Certainly, you know, that's kind of Mike's area a little bit, and we keep having daily conversations about all sorts of things.
You guys all good? All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right, up next, we're going to talk about the Raiders offense, who had another great game led by quarterback Derek Carr. That's coming up next on Raiders Monday News Conference Live.